Hey everyone, welcome back to Movies with Mia. If you're new to the channel, hello. I'm Mia Tiffany, and here we are watching the greatest classic films throughout history. Today we are starting a new series on the channel. We are going to be listening and watching some of the most epic film scores and music in cinema. And we are starting with the film The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. Before we jump in, I would like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your continuous support of the channel. And if you're interested in becoming an exclusive VIP Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. And finally, the biggest thank you to my viewers discretion patron, Miss Lisa Thubin, for requesting this movie. Lisa, thank you so much for your support and for your contribution to the channel. I cannot thank you enough, and I dedicate today's video to you. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir was released in 1947, directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz, starring Gene Tierney, Rex Harrison, and George Sanders, with other notable performances by Edna Best, Vanessa Brown, Anna Lee, Robert Coote, Natalie Wood, Isabel Elsom, and Victoria Horn. Alright guys, at this point we are going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir was adapted from a novel of the same name written by R.A. Dick, aka Josephine Leslie, and published in 1945. Originally, Daryl Zanuck, who was Fox's studio head at the time, wanted John M. Stahl to direct the project. Zanuck was impressed with Stahl's directorial work on the set of Holy Matrimony and felt that he could bring that, quote, same type of English humor and sentiment, end quote, to The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, given that the story is set on the English seaside. Now, I couldn't find the reason as to why Stahl didn't end up directing the film. I figured probably because plans fell through, maybe there were a few scheduling issues, or maybe Zanuck never actually asked Stahl to direct. But whatever the reason was, Joseph L. Mankiewicz ended up being chosen to direct this film. Even though Mankiewicz was a well-established screenwriter, the role of adapting the novel into a screenplay was given to Philip Dunn. Zanuck also expressed his desire to cast Norma Shearer as the titular character of Mrs. Muir. However, again, for some reason, plans fell through with that, or maybe he just didn't ask her, and the role would eventually go to Miss Gene Tierney, who was a top actress at Fox at the time. At this point in his career, Rex Harrison had been turning down a lot of roles, and Fox was actually kind of having a bit of an issue with him in terms of what they wanted to do next with him, because he was coming off of the success of Anna and the King of Siam, which was so successful for Fox. But after that, they were having a hard time casting him, so he ended up turning down a lot of roles that were thrown at him. However, he must have found something in this role, and he accepted a script for the role of the ghost of Captain Greg. Now, the film would actually go on to win one Oscar for Best Cinematography of a black and white film, and that would be awarded to Mr. Charles Lang. Alright, on to some interesting facts. So filming for The Ghost and Mrs. Muir commenced on August 5th of 1946. Though the story was set on the English seaside, a lot of the coastlines around California were actually utilized as filming locations. At one point, Gene Tierney actually broke her foot during production, so they had to halt filming temporarily. But luckily, she was able to finish filming with the help of a cast, long period dresses, and clever camera angles. Finally, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir was adapted into various forms of cinema, such as a few radio talk shows, a TV special under the name Stranger in the Night, and a full-blown television series, which spanned from 1968 to 1969. With that being said, I am so excited to get into this film. I cannot wait to watch it. But before we do, y'all know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Alright everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, get cozy, and let's get into The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. I've been so excited to watch this film. Oh my gosh. I love this shot right here of the beach. It's beautiful. You know, after coming off of The African Queen, I'm very happy that we get to watch another black and white film. I've kind of missed them.
I know you've tried to be generous and kind, but it simply won't work, my living here. Still, you might have some consideration for your husband's memory. I'm not leaving him. I'm leaving you.
I think Jean Tierney is the most beautiful actress in black and white. She is stunning on the silver screen.
Have you considered Anna? She's my daughter, Eva. Well, Lucy, where can you go? The seaside, I think. Don't expect any encouragement from me.
I would love to live by the sea. A bunch of contention between her and her late husband's sister.
Isn't White Cliff beautiful?
It looks like a quaint little seaside village.
Well, I've selected several prospects. Beautifully planted, short walk
This
from
one.
Gull Cottage. Oh, no, that wouldn't suit you at all.
The fact that she's really taking the lead in the beginning part of this film is actually kind of empowering.
Company's gas and
And
water.
only 52 pounds. I suppose there's something wrong. Is it the drains?
You may be sure there is nothing wrong with the drains. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, Laburnum Mount.
As if the drains are like the most important thing in a house.
I believe there's another house agency in White Cliff.
You'll only waste your time.
But it's my time. Perhaps they have Gull Cottage listed, too.
I shall drive you to Gull Cottage in my motor car.
Ooh. She's like, I'm taking my business elsewhere. This queen here. Oh, that is quite a cottage. It looks like a mansion on the sea, on the seaside there.
Mrs. Muir,
What on earth's the matter?
if you insist.
Oh man, you know how much I love camera movement. And this camera has some really pleasing movement. Very smooth too and crisp. Oh my gosh, it reminds me. Oh, hello.
It's a painting.
Oh, it was a painting. I was like, I thought that was really him.
The former owner, Captain Gregg.
I was gonna say the camera movement reminds me of Hitchcock in the dolly shots, the movement. I really like it.
Really a lovely room. And most of the furniture will do as it is.
Mrs. Muir, I assure you this house will not suit you at all.
It suits me perfectly.
I'm like, I'm paying you for the house. I want it. Why are you dissuading me from it? What?
What kind of a tree is it? Ruins the view. I'll have it chopped down. Did you say something, Mr. Coon?
No, I did not.
Oh my god, and the score is just painting this beautiful, eerie picture. Bernard Herrmann. Oh my god, I forgot to say that he did the freaking music. Oh, I forgot to say that in my freaking intro.
I thought you said no one had been here.
A charwoman was here last week.
She must have left in a frightful hurry. Did she tell you why?
She told me nothing.
He knows what's up. I bet the reason why he's dissuading her is because he knows that that house is being frequented by an entity and he doesn't want, like, any sort of damages on his firm.
The main bedroom.
Bernard! One of my favorite scores from him is Vertigo. That score, it's like you feel all of these emotions in music form and you're like, how am I experiencing all of these emotions?
You're King, not you, Mr. Coon. The telescope.
Oh,
Did you laugh, Mr. Coon?
very nice. He ran out. I would have ran out too. I'm like, don't be laughing all menacingly like that. Ew, no.
I didn't want to show it to you, but oh, no, you had to see it.
Haunted. How perfectly fascinating.
She's
This house is
intrigued.
driving me to drink. I never want to see this house again.
She's like, well, I'll take it from you. She's blissfully fascinated by it.
Why does he haunt?
He committed suicide.
Oh.
You'll probably think it very silly of me, Mr. Coon, but I've decided to take Gull Cottage after all.
She's like, I'm gonna take on this challenge. Oh, Mrs. Muir, you are a queen.
Nothing like soap and water to make everything shipshape and Bristol fashion. What did you say, Martha? I've never heard you use that expression before.
Oh.
Must have been Seer.
He's like talking through the people there. Eee, that's weird.
Bit of shut-eye before tea. Here I am, nearly halfway through life. I have nothing to show for all my years. I suppose you call Miss Anna nothing. She just happened.
She just happened. I can't take any credit for her.
I am tired. I think I will take a little rest. This'll keep you nice and warm. You're an angel. I'll call you in plenty of time for tea.
Now, I wonder if Mrs. Muir told her other guests that the house was haunted. Because I feel like that's probably a courtesy she should have afforded them. Like, oh, we're moving into a haunted house, by the way. 4 o'clock. Oh, loving the longer shot here. It is the apparition as he looms over her. How can she sleep in that position? That looks so incredibly uncomfortable. Like, I could not imagine sleeping like What? Does not look comfortable at all.
I crept up, not wanting to wake you in case you were still asleep. I had such a curious dream. Did I close the window before I went to sleep? And scraped your finger, don't you remember?
Babe, you know that the house is haunted, hun. Like, why are you asking dumb questions? Like, obviously it was the ghost.
Good night, Mummy. I love the sea.
She's so cute. Oh my god, the music just makes all the difference. Jump scare. I'm ready for it. I'm freaking ready. It's okay, just close the window. It's fine.
Is that all you're good for? To frighten women? I'm not afraid of you. Whoever heard of a cowardly ghost?
Okay, Queen. She's like, I'm not gonna be afraid of you. Psh, please.
Light the candle. Light it.
How can I when you keep blowing out the match?
Light the blasted candle.
Ooh.
Light the candle.
Oh my god.
Well?
You'll forgive me if I take a moment to get accustomed to you. You're Captain Gregg.
She's like, you're handsome. Oh my god. He just appeared out of the shadow. That was the coolest thing I've seen. Oh my god.
Must have been embarrassing to you. I mean, because of the way you died.
What made you think I committed suicide? I went to sleep in front of that confounded gas heater, and I must have kicked the gas on with my foot.
Ah, I see how they got around that. That Hays Code violation. Freak accident. I get it.
Oh, I'm so glad. Why do you haunt?
Because I have plans for my house.
Then you were trying to frighten me away.
I'd barely started.
I can see why they called him Sexy Rexy, because he's something. He's very handsome.
You're not a bad-looking woman, you know.
Oh.
Did you open the window to frighten me?
I didn't want another accident with a blasted gas.
But I'm quite capable of taking care of myself.
This is right after the war, after women have kind of entered the workforce while the men were, fighting in the war. You really do see that influence in society in at least this film. Very cool.
I just wanted to see if you were really there.
I'll still be here when you've packed up and gone.
The house suits me perfect.
And it's not your house.
It is as long as I pay rent.
He's like, it is my house. She's like, I'm renting it.
I love this house. I can't explain it. You can't understand that, can you?
Well, you love the house, and you got spunk. You didn't frighten like the others. You may stay. On trial.
On trial. He's like, 30-day trial. After that, I don't know.
Leave my bedroom as it is, and I promise not to go into any other room in the house.
But if you keep the best bedroom, where should I sleep?
In the best bedroom. I want my painting hung in the bedroom.
I mean, it doesn't do you justice, and
He's cold. I don't know why this low-key reminds me of Twilight, which is really weird, but it's very Twilight-ish. He's gonna be like, I want you to hang it in the tallest part of the room.
There, never let anyone tell you to be ashamed of your figure.
Oh, never let anyone tell you to be ashamed of your figure? Ugh. It's not like they could do anything. He's dead.
I planted that tree with my own 2 hands.
think how much prettier a bed of roses would look there.
I hope the whole blasted bed dies of blight.
Why did they put him in that suit? It is so distracting. He looks so good in it. Oh my gosh.
Try to say something pleasant for a change.
It's a pretty rig you have on. Much better than all that ugly black crepe.
I happen to have been mourning for my husband.
Whom you didn't love.
That is really rude, sir. Dude, I don't even know you. She looks like she's about to freaking explode.
I suppose you're jealous because no one put on mourning for you.
Why did you marry him?
I don't really know. He couldn't have designed a house like this. Who did?
I did.
I also love that they put him in dark clothing, because you really feel like he's divorced from her.
I don't know anything about the sea, except that it is romantic.
Heaven help the ordinary seaman.
It's hard to imagine you being an ordinary anything.
I really do like this dynamic where it's kind of like there's contention between their two characters. It really is a fun basis for romance to blossom, you know? I don't know. It's cute so far.
You got callers.
Oh dear, whatever can they want? My blasted in-laws.
No fear, they can't see me or hear me, unless I choose that they should.
He reminds me of O'Banion from Auntie Mame.
No, you're not to do anything. Well, Lucy, talking to herself. What an ugly room. Oh, whatever you want.
Look at him!
Sit down, Mother. And what a hideous painting.
Like, you came into my house. Why are you talking about me like that?
Poor Lucy, we've such bad news for you. Your gold mine, Lucy, it's petered out. It was in the Times this morning. Now we can all go home and live together.
She's like, I don't want to live with you. It's why I left.
Don't make a scene in front of these swabs.
You keep out of this. Oh, Lucy.
She thinks you got bats in your belfry.
Oh, pipe down. Very well, I will pipe down, as you put it.
How did they not see that he moved that microscope?
Give up this house? It was idiotic to take it in the first place.
Don't do it, Lucy.
Do you want me to stay? You really
Who was she talking to?
Tell him to shove off.
Please be good enough to shove off.
To shove off. Okay, bye. Thanks for coming.
It's too ridiculous. I'm going to give her one more chance. Stop it, I say. Go.
Oh my god, I'd be so terrified.
Mummy's coming aboard in a motor car.
She's so cute.
I've often thought of you out here alone, without the protection of a man, the right man.
What are you implying, sir? Come on. Forgot to put the brake on? Come on. Rookie mistake, bro. Oh, maybe it was, Captain Greg.
I've solved all your problems. You're going to write a book.
I find it hard enough to write a postcard.
I can write a book, and you can put it down on paper for me.
This takes on a whole new meaning of the word ghostwriter.
Since we're to be collaborators, you can call me Daniel.
Daniel.
And I shall call you Lucia. Now, there's a name for a queen.
I don't feel much like a queen.
You are. Of all the ghosts I could think of to haunt this space, I feel like he's not so bad.
Well, what's the matter?
It's that word.
Well, hang it all, Lucia. If you're going to be prudish, we'll never get the book written. Good.
Oh, and there were 4 clicks, so I can only assume what the word was.
You must have been very young and foolish.
I matured early.
I suppose you'd run away from home.
I was an orphan, brought up by a maiden aunt in a country village.
He seems like such a man of great achievements, I guess. I don't know, he's just giving off that vibe. I kind of wish there was more of a glorious going out.
Fat little girl in hair ribbons.
I wasn't fat. I was skinny.
Just as bad. You still have freckles.
And I'm told they're most becoming.
They are at that.
I love, there's like a, I don't know, it's like a mild fascination with her, but it really translates onto his face. And I think that that is so important as an actress, to really allow the character to kind of become you.
Good heavens.
I love the way he looks at her. Oh my god.
You put in a full day tomorrow.
It's another demand for payment of the rent. I got a little money put by Mum. We'll manage somehow.
And these, I can see why he won for best cinematography. There is so much movement, but it's smooth. It's not chaotic, you know?
I'm so tired, Daniel. I can't see straight.
Ah, now then. There's only one more chapter to do.
I'm ready, Daniel.
Good, my dear.
I love how she's very reserved and strong with other characters, but then when she talks to Daniel, she's very vulnerable with him. There's something really romantic about that.
The end. Tomorrow you take it to the publishers.
Why did you write the book, Daniel?
Mostly to help people understand, reveling in the luxuries that seamen risk their lives to bring to them.
He's trying to bring perspective to the life of a seaman.
What's to become of us, Daniel? When we were writing the book, I was happy. Now, when I try to think about the future, it's all dark.
She'll be out in the world more, meeting people, seeing men.
There was a critic during this time who said that Jean was not talented enough to convey the character of Mrs. Muir, but I think that she really does bring an angle to Mrs. Muir that might have been different had it been another actress.
I have no desire to see men.
I'm in love with
Should,
you.
Lucia. You're a confoundedly attractive woman.
Okay, I get it. Stop.
My dear.
Oh my god, this is so like, I don't know. I'm feeling all kinds of different feels.
I should like to see Mr. Sproul, please.
Can't see Mr. Sproul without an appointment.
But I have a manuscript.
Most unusual.
No more than I think the lady's name.
It's George Sanders. I love him. Oh, and don't think I didn't notice the way he was treating her when she said that she had a manuscript and he's like, most unusual. Get out of here, bro.
Is it really very important for you to see old Sproul?
Oh, yes.
I had an appointment at 11 o'clock, so you may have my appointment for which you are just in time.
Mr. Farley.
Forward.
It's like he's so comfortable being this sort of like sly, I don't even know what to call him. There's like a suaveness to him. I don't know. It's a je ne sais quoi.
Who are you? Who let you in?
I have a manuscript.
Of course you have. I'm busy.
Come back here, you blasted grampus.
Yeah. He followed her to the publishing house.
I didn't mean to say that, but you're all wrong about the book. It's the unvarnished record of a sailor's life.
What do you know about sailors?
Oh, a great deal, believe me.
It's no surprise to me that the novel, the original novel, was also written by a woman. So I'm sure that that is probably influences this.
I'd like very much to meet him.
He's away.
On a voyage, of course.
Yeah, of sorts.
Now, you just leave everything to me and be happy that you know such a man. There aren't many like him these days.
Oh, it makes this all the more difficult because inevitably we know that this is not going to work out. It's just not.
I'm not a poet, but I've got an umbrella.
I didn't bargain for this blasted rain.
I could call you a cab, if you ask nicely.
Oi, cab!
I feel like Sanders is so unapologetically himself, I don't know, about the way he acts. And I love it so much. It's like, I don't know, he's a treasure.
Do you write, Mr.
Children's books, under the name of Uncle Neddy. I loathe the little monsters.
My little daughter is not a monster.
I shall make an exception of your daughter.
Oh my god, ew. Why do I low-key love, I'm like, get away from me, but don't.
Well, goodbye, Mrs. Muir.
Goodbye, Mr. Gilbert.
Are you all right?
Oh, yes, quite all right. Thank you.
Churro indeed. That was weird. Like, sir, if it wasn't George Sanders, I'd be like, sir, please stop.
The way he was smirking at you like a cat at the fishmonger's.
I found him rather charming.
You should have pushed him out of the cab.
Why, Daniel, I believe you're jealous.
He's like, you're jealous. You are a jealous man.
Oh, I suppose being a woman, you can't help it.
Anyway, I shall never see him again.
Cheer off, you blasted mud turtle. There's no room.
I beg your pardon, madam.
I love that they all think that it's her saying it, even though it's clearly a man's voice. Like, that's great. Oh, there's Bernard.
Thank you for returning my handkerchief.
I wanted to have something of you.
You're quite accomplished, aren't you? I should think being Uncle Neddy would satisfy anyone.
Wow, it's like, it's so beautiful. I cannot even put into words like how I feel when I hear that specific change in notes. I don't know.
Specifically, I behaved quite idiotically towards a certain young lady that I fell in love with. Am I being unforgivably offensive, Lucy?
It's been so long since anyone called me that.
Oh my god, stop, George, I can't. He's so, I can't. Oh, she's starting to fall for him. He's so freaking charming, how couldn't you?
Not too bad, is it?
I think it's very flattering, really.
Need 1,000 Renoirs.
He kisses her. What is Captain Greg gonna do? It's like the music, the acting, the cinematography. It's working so well in this scene.
So now you've been kissed in the orchard all over again. Why did you let him?
He took me unaware. You don't like him, do you?
No, because he likes you.
The living can be hurt.
I don't intend to be hurt.
We all know that he's probably gonna be a snake. I'm not even gonna lie. He says all the right things. He looks at her in the right way. There's something too perfect about that.
Like my picture? No.
Nope.
It's indecent, that's what it is. He's the kind of man no decent woman would associate. It's just that I've been so worried about you lately.
She sees it. Yeah, there's something too perfect about him. At least Martha's looking out for her.
I thought I was impervious to emotion, but I'm not. I need companionship and laughter, and I suppose I need love.
At the end of the day, everyone wants to be loved and accepted and seen. That's a really sweet message.
Well, Daniel, haven't you anything to say?
Oh, now they've
I've never felt like
they've gone to full-blown making out sesh? Okay. I feel like something is off. I feel like Martha was right.
It's Anna's bedtime.
Just this once, pretend you forgot. Just this one night.
There'll be so many nights, darling.
When you're with me, I want you to forget about everyone else in the world.
It's a little too much, sir. You know, something just feels off. And he's watching. He's like, I wish I could do that. I feel so bad for him. Baby, you're just jealous. It's okay. You just admit it.
You've chosen life. And that's why I'm going away, my dear. You must make your own life.
Listen, my dear.
I'm listening, babe.
You've been dreaming of a sea captain that haunted this house.
He has the ability to do that? Wait, what? I didn't know you obtained special powers after you pass away.
You wrote the book. You and no one else. It's been a dream, Lucia.
Look at the proximity between them. Oh, and all you want them to do is just freaking kiss or embrace or something! But he's gonna leave! It was real.
Die.
as all dreams must die.
Oh my god, he's gonna leave. Don't leave! He's dematerializing. Oh my god. That is so sad. I was not expecting that.
Mr. Sproul wants me to come into town to sign some papers, but I'm expecting Mr. Fairley.
You mean he is?
Please remember that I'm going to marry him.
Yes.
I feel like he's gonna do something. I don't know. I want Sexy Rexy to come back.
Boy brought a note for you. Oh, how terrible. Mr. Fairley has been called up to London for a few days.
What's so terrible about that?
Are you sure? You sure it's not a game he's playing? I feel so hypocritical, because I would absolutely fall for his charm also.
I congratulate you, my dear.
Someday when I've known you a little longer, Mr. Sproul, I'll tell you the truth about the captain. Would you please give me Mr. Fairley's address?
I know we're gonna see something devious going on. Because we already know the nature of the characters of George Sanders, okay? Or at least the ones that I've seen. So we know that some shady stuff's gonna happen.
I'd like to see Mr. Fairley, please. Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Muir, the maid said you wanted to see my husband.
Oh, I knew it! He's freaking married!
Please sit down. If you're a friend of his, you know how fond he is of the children. You are a friend of his, aren't you? I'm a writer. Mr. Fairley and I have the same publisher.
She's like, friend of his? We've been intermingling together, canoodling of sorts.
I think I understand, my dear. You see, it isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Oh, she knows?
Mrs. Muir.
I need to unpack this. I would be so freaking lying about the fact that you have a freaking wife and kids. Oh, the pain. Daniel is gone. Martha's like, I freaking told you. He's a snake.
There. He ain't worth it.
No, he is not, girl. This better have a happy ending. I'm gonna be so mad if it doesn't.
Martha, do you know what day this is? It was exactly a year ago that we came here.
4 o'clock on the dot. He doesn't come. Oh my god, don't tell me she's gonna fall asleep and something's gonna happen to her. Oh my god, don't tell me that happens. Please don't.
Hello, Anna!
Oh, she's all grown up now.
You to come and live with us, you and Martha. I've been very happy here, and I shall live here till I die.
With Captain Greg?
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's gonna realize that he was real.
I was hopelessly in love with him.
Weren't we all, honey?
Don't tell me you saw him too. No, it was only a dream.
The same dream for both of us?
No, baby, it wasn't a dream. It was very real. He took her memories. Or changed them, at least.
I've tried to remember. I think you fell in love with him too. I did nothing.
She
of the
did.
sort. I dreamed we quarreled about a man.
Uncle Neddy.
And
How did you know?
That Miles...
She's a very mature little girl.
Perhaps he did come back and talk to us. We made him up, you and I. I just wasn't intended to have that kind of happiness, and I haven't missed it. Really, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Look at you. You're crying. Look at yourself. You're a mess. Okay, I see you with the old makeup. I got you, boo. I can't even imagine the loneliness.
What are you doing out there? You know what the doctor said.
Oh, bother the doctor.
I wonder how this movie would have fared as a television series. Have you guys ever seen the TV series? I feel like it would have been dragged out a little.
Little Lucy's engaged. Anna's very happy about it.
Oh, Anna's now a mom?
I have a funny pain in my arm.
Ooh, that's never a good sign. Though I've heard that signs of heart attacks in women, you feel it, sharp pains in your back. Super random, but I heard that. He never came back for her. He better come back, bro. No. No! Did she just die? And then Martha's gonna find her, like, just dead there.
Now, you'll never be tired again.
Oh my god, and now they can be together. And Martha doesn't even know. Oh my god, she's gonna go out there and she's gonna realize. Oh, that was fantastic. That was so good. And the music at the end here. That was such a great film. Wow. I really enjoyed it. I think mostly because of Bernard Herrmann and his ability to somehow convey so much emotion and tone through his music. It's like the music itself could create an entire story. Wow. It was really so well done. And then the acting of Rex Harrison and Gene Tierney. The fact that Rex Harrison was so charming, but able to convey affection and emotion without physical touch. You saw it so clearly in his eye contact, the way that he looked at her, the way that his proximity to her was all so indicative of how he was feeling about her. Like, he didn't even need to say it. Obviously, the whole time he was so stubborn about saying how he truly feels, and then he left her for her entire life, which I was a little salty about, but I get it. He was, it was a sacrifice. It was selflessness. I understand. But the way that he conveyed that was so well done. Like, he was seasoned. This is my first time watching Rex Harrison, but I can already tell that he was very seasoned. That, and then can we talk about George Sanders? I don't know what it is about that man. I don't know what it is. But as charismatic and charming as he is, and as snake-like as he is as well in his characters, he is very charming. And I really enjoyed him in this movie. And then Gene Tierney, she just really carried this movie. She conveyed so much strength, so much independence and free spirit, yet she also showed that just because a woman is independent and strong and not needing any assistance doesn't mean that she doesn't want love. Just the way that she conveyed that, I feel like I can connect with that, and I really appreciated it. And then the narrative about the female writer and what it meant to try and find your way as an author, as a female author in that time. So yeah, I think there was a lot of fun things being played within this film. The cinematography felt really modern, and it had almost like a Hitchcockian feel to it, in the sense that the movements were so smooth, and we really followed the characters, and the longer shots, the utilization of the longer shots really helped you stay engaged in the conversation and in the scene. This movie was really well done. Overall, I think I am going to be giving this one a 9.5 out of 10. It was so good. Thank you again, Lisa, so much for recommending it. Thank you guys for watching it with me, and yeah, on to the outro. I didn't know how to end that. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to become an official Tiffany Club member, then I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to stay in the loop. If you want to see this film's full reaction, you will find it on my Patreon, along with our Flick Pick polls, which allow you to vote for future videos, and our MWM live streams, where we all come together as the Tiffany Clubbers that we are, and we sit down and we watch a classic film every other week live via Zoom. So if that sounds of interest to you, then I highly encourage you to check out that Patreon link, which is in the description box below. In the next video, we are continuing our exploration of the best film scores in music and cinema with Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. I am so excited to watch this film, y'all. I have already started research on it. I am already ready to go. I cannot wait to watch this film. If you have not seen Seven Samurai, then I highly encourage you to check it out. Either watch it in its entirety or just read a quick synopsis of it. I have provided links down in the description box below of where I bought my physical copy and where you can stream it online. Also, I would recommend checking out my reaction to The Magnificent Seven, which was actually based on Seven Samurai. So if that is of interest to you, check it out. I linked it up above, somewhere up here, and also down in the description box below. Go check that out. If you have any recommendations of any classic Hollywood films, go ahead and head on over to my website, www.miatiffany.com. Scroll all the way down and you will see our new recommendation form. Go ahead and drop all your recommendations there. Also, while you're on the site, I recently dropped merch that I'm very excited about, so if you have a chance, check it out. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Mama Mia Tiffany. Once again, I am Mia Tiffany. It has been a pleasure, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, everyone. Guys, I don't know what I was channeling today. I think it was my inner lioness, but I feel like a freaking queen today. The Ghost in Mrs. Muir was directed in 1947 What? Directed in 1947? What? What? Directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz. I want to say Mankiewicz. Wanted Joseph, John. His name is John, not Joseph. Wow. Too many J names. Was really impressed with John M. Stahl's work on the set of Holy Matrimony. So at this point, Mankiewicz was a well-established. Even though Mankiewicz was a well-established. Why do I sound like that guy from the Looney Tunes? I'm hunting wabbits.
I'm hunting wabbits.
Oh my god.